Imagine being the richest man in the most powerful empire on earth. You have more gold than you can count, and still you can't buy one thing: glory. You have 40,000 veteran soldiers. You're invading an enemy with barely 10,000 men. Victory is guaranteed. Except it isn't. In 6 hours, half your army is dead. Your son's severed head is being paraded in front of you, and you're about to have molten gold poured down your throat. This is the Battle of Carrhae, 53 BC, the day Rome learned that money can't buy everything. And this, it's brutal. 53 BC. The Roman Republic dominates the known world. Its legions have crushed Gaul. Its banners fly from Spain to Asia Minor. Its enemies either submit or disappear. But one great power stands untouched. Parthia, not a rebellion, not a border tribe, an empire. And at the center of Rome's ambition stands Marcus Licinius Crassus, the richest man Rome has ever produced. Crassus has wealth beyond imagination. He owns a third of Rome itself. He can buy senators. He can fund armies. He's more powerful than most kings. But he lacks the one thing Rome worships above all else: glory. His rival, Pompey, conquered the East. Caesar is conquering Gaul, becoming a living legend with every battle. Crassus, he's just rich. That's not enough. So Crassus chooses Parthia, not because Parthia attacked Rome, not because Rome is threatened, but because Crassus wants a triumph to rival Caesar's. He wants glory. He wants his name in the history books. It's a war born not of necessity, but of ego. And ego makes terrible decisions. Crassus crosses into Mesopotamia with over 40,000 Roman soldiers. These aren't raw recruits. These are veterans. Legionaries, hardened by decades of war. The best infantry force on earth. Waiting for them is Sharina, a young Parthian general who commands barely 10,000 men. Crassus sees the numbers and smiles. This will be easy. Then comes the first betrayal. A local Arab chieftain named Ariamnes approaches the Romans. He offers to guide them, a shortcut through the desert, a faster route to victory. Crassus's officers are suspicious. The traditional route follows the Euphrates River. Water, supply lines, safety. But Crassus wants speed. He wants to catch the Parthians before they can retreat. He accepts the guide. It's a lie. Ariamnes is working for Sharina. Instead of rivers and supply routes, the Roman army is led into open, waterless plains. The Syrian desert, no cover, no escape, no shade. The legions march for days under brutal sun. Water runs low. Morale cracks. Men start collapsing. And the terrain? Perfect ground for cavalry. A graveyard for infantry. The trap is set. Rome fights wars one way. Heavy infantry. Locked shields. Testudo formations. Get close. Overwhelm. Stab. It's worked for centuries. Parthia fights wars differently. Horse archers who never stop moving. Cataphracts. Heavy cavalry armored like living fortresses. Sharina never plans to meet Rome head-on. He doesn't want to defeat the legions in close combat. He wants to erase them from a distance. When the Parthian force appears on the horizon, Roman soldiers expect a traditional battle. Instead, they hear something unfamiliar. A deep, thunderous sound rolling across the desert. War drums, thousands of them, beaten in perfect rhythm. Psychological warfare designed to unnerve. Then, the Parthians attack. But they don't charge. The horse archers circle. And the sky darkens. Arrows fall like rain. Parthian horse archers ride in endless circles around the Roman formations. They fire. They retreat. They fire again. The Romans lock shields forming the testudo, the tortoise formation. It should protect them. But it doesn't matter. The arrows don't stop. Roman soldiers crouch beneath their shields. The arrows punch through wood. They punch through armor. Men scream as arrow points pierce them. The Romans advance, trying to close the distance, to force close combat. The Parthians simply pulled back. They stayed out of reach and kept firing. The Romans halt, exhausted. The arrows continue. Crassus believes the Parthians will run out of ammunition. Any second now, they'll have to stop. Then Rome will charge and win. But what happened next shocked the Romans. Behind the cavalry, camels appeared, hundreds of them, each one loaded with thousands of arrows. It's a supply chain, a mobile ammunition depot. The Parthians will never run out. Roman shields crack, armor splits, men suffocate beneath dust and heat in endless volleys. The wounded scream for water, for mercy, for death. The Parthians refuse close combat. This isn't a battle. It's an execution at a distance. Desperate to break the encirclement, Crassus makes his fatal decision. He sends his son, Publius Crassus, with the best cavalry and elite infantry. 1,300 men chase the Parthians, break their formation, force them to fight. Publius is young, brave, eager to prove himself. When a group of Parthian horse archers turns and retreats, Publius sees an opening. He charges after them. It looks like victory. It's another illusion. The Parthians retreat, drawing Publius further and further from the main Roman force. Then they turn. Fresh catastrophic cavalry appears. Heavy armored lances, unstoppable. Horse archers close in from all sides. Publius and his men are surrounded, outnumbered, cut off. They fight desperately, but there's no escape. Publius Crassus, seeing no way out, chooses death over capture. His head is severed and raised on a spear. The Parthians ride toward the main Roman army. They parade their head in front of the legions. From across the battlefield, Marcus Crassus sees it. His son, dead, mocked. In that moment, something breaks inside Rome's richest man, and the army breaks with him. Night falls. The Roman army, shattered and bleeding, tries to retreat toward the city of Carrhae. It's chaos. No formation, no leadership, just survival. Thousands are left behind, wounded, dying, begging. The Parthians hunt them through the night. At Carrhae, what's left of the army barricades itself. Maybe 20,000 survivors, half the force dead or captured in a single day. The next morning, the Parthians offer negotiations. A meeting. Peace terms. Crassus doesn't want to go. He knows it's a trap, but his officers force him. They're desperate, broken. They need this war to end. Crassus rides out to meet Sharina. What happens next is unclear. Accounts differ. Some say Sharina tried to capture Crassus alive, and a fight broke out. Some say Crassus was assassinated immediately. But history agrees on one thing. Marcus Licinius Crassus, the richest man in Rome, is killed. Later legend claims molten gold was poured into his mouth. A final message from Parthia. You loved gold. Now choke on it. Whether that's myth or truth, the symbolism is unmistakable. The numbers are catastrophic. 20,000 Romans dead, 10,000 captured and enslaved, 7 legionary standards lost. Those standards are sacred. Losing even one is a national humiliation. Rome lost 7. The prisoners are marched east into slavery. Some end up as far as China, guarding Parthian borders for the rest of their lives. Rome does not conquer Parthia. Rome fears Parthia. For decades, Roman armies avoid deep eastern campaigns. The name Carrhae becomes a warning. When Mark Antony later invades Parthia, he loses 30,000 men and retreats in disgrace. When Augustus becomes emperor, he doesn't invade. He negotiates. He begs for the return of the lost standards. It takes 40 years for Rome to get them back. Carrhae is more than a defeat. It's a scar on Rome's identity. Crassus thought money could buy victory. He bought an army. He bought supplies. He bought a war. But he couldn't buy patience. He couldn't buy adaptation. The Romans fought the way they always fought. The Parthians refused to play that game. They fought their way, and Rome had no answer. Carrhae proved a brutal truth. Technology means nothing if you can't use it. Numbers mean nothing if you can't bring them to bear. And gold can't save you from your own arrogance.